All right, hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday. We got some cards going on Magic Arena, and the Magic Arena specifically. We have a new quote set release. This is a set specifically made for Arena, in order for Arena to bridge the gap in the Pioneer Magic format. Magic has a wide number of formats, different rotating, non-rotating sizes, etc. And Pioneer is a format that is a non-rotating format going forward from Return to Rav, our starting point forward, whereas like you might think of Modern, which is our modern card border forward. So like the history of how Modern came to be is a funky one and involves a format that was very similar in scope to Modern called Extended, which was a rotating format, which then became Modern. Modern does not rotate, though. Modern is a non-rotating format that is still is about 20 years of cards at this point. But it has its history in a rotating format. It does not, though. Unless you're making a joke at the expense of Modern Horizons 3, which you might be. But yeah, the point is with Pioneer Masters here is that there's a few years of cards for the format of Pioneer that predate Arena existing. So this Pioneer Masters set is made to be specifically a bridging the gap of a lot of reprints from those. Modern was designed to be modern card face forward is sort of our move we have from like 8th edition Mirrodin forward, and that has never changed. The old Type 1 and Type 2 terminology were back when Vintage and Legacy and Standard had their own name conventions. Those are much older format titles, though. You still might hear someone refer to Standard as Type 2 if they're the oldest of old head. Anyway, I don't know exactly what cards we're going to be seeing in this format, but I know the sets we're going to be covering, and so I can have a lot of like guesses. We're looking at the period of time stretching from Return to Ravnica, Theros block, some of Khans, Battle for Zendikar, and Magic Origins. So we're going forward from that point.
They used to draft these babies for miles.
I think Pioneer is the one format where I don't understand what it means. That, like, with Modern, it's very easy to, like, say, okay, Modern starts at Modern card border, which is where it starts. So you can cut it off from Onslaught block back as not being in the format, and 8th edition forward as being in the format. But Pioneer's cut is Return to Rav.
Which, to be fair, I do feel like Return to Ravnica was a time of like a design shift, but it's not a visible one.
I was just, also it's like much close. Like if I was thinking of that, I would almost think like Magic Origins. Which
yeah,
is, or like M10,
which is a more significant one. Both of those are much more significant ones for sure.
Which is where that's why it becomes a funky bit. So But Pioneer has grown as far as its size to go to be a lot more like where Modern was in card pool because of both of them being non-rotating and gaining cards into their format. So, yeah, I can see from here we're going to be seeing just from the art we had before. Flip walkers are going to be a bit in here. A whole bunch of things from Theros, Ravnica, and a few other sets. This is kind of a like it's a big reprint set, but it covers a larger scale. So I don't know what's in here. Let's find out.
It sounds like they're actually going to rotate out what the bonus sheet is.
So this was something they did with Innistrad. I think it was Innistrad on here or something. There were this is a thing they've done before with like limited format on Arena where there's like a rotating final card in the pack that belongs on a bonus sheet of like a separate set of things that like changes the texture of the limited format a couple times because I did see a discussion about the difficulty of building a format out of this. So the reason Pioneer Masters exists is so that cards that are played in the Pioneer format can exist on Arena.
Yeah.
So, that has a very specific goal of a lot of like high-end cards that are played in that format that need a printing in order for like certain decks to exist or certain strategies to be able to be at the level they are on Pioneer. But because the restriction is cards that don't exist on Arena but are legal in Pioneer, building a limited format gives you a much smaller squish that you're trying to like work with. So I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot more like general case archetypes, much like with like Foundations, where it's like, okay, blue-white flyers, bold, you know?
Ooh, you're being spicy with this one.
Yeah.
Azorius doing flyers?
Yeah. Gruul, beatdown, big creatures, I don't enchantment, like, so
yeah, these are all extremely straightforward. The only real, like, not odd, because, I mean, we just had a format that did exactly this anyway.
Yeah, it's
being Boros Heroic, specifically, because of the access to Theros.
That's right, access to Theros. So, and same with this, access to Return to Rav means that, like, we have some of the gate stuff we want to do things with.
I have to just laugh a little bit at the idea of green blues archetype is all colors.
Yo. All right, let's jump on in and see what we end up with. But yeah, so I'm expecting.
Honestly, seeing that, I have a feeling that Simic is pretty weak in format.
Seeing like the heroic stuff makes me think of like, what the constructed deck or like the, favorite hoplite one, and then it's like, hell. Like like how
favorite hoplite was the terror of Theros Limited to start with, so
all right, like,
what does that look like when it has access to like, a huge amount of history to make heroic even stronger?
All right. So,
Ravel
Master.
We get turn one. Okay.
Okay. Yo, Mosler.
Nice.
It's Mosler's back after a decade of rest. This was a very strong. I don't even know if I directly call it strong, but I loved this card in Theros Limited.
It was a workhorse.
Yeah.
In Theros.
Yep. Huge. What else? Okay, so what else we got in here? We got, this maybe in Theros, this was pretty poor, but like with other sets, I could see it being a better thing.
Specifically because Theros had almost no graveyard interactions.
What on earth?
Like,
so, okay, we seem to have like
MDFCs. Okay.
There's cards in here that I wouldn't directly be expecting, but because I wonder how, like, I guess the, like, hey, this can't exist on Pioneer must not have been a full need for it. Whatever. Rabble Master. Here's a card you need. Here's a card you need if you're going to, you know, if you're going to be making Pioneer. All right, what do we got? Dragon Style Twins. This was a rare in the day, and that's Clear Shot. This is just one-sided. Yeah, this is a bite. Gatekeepers. A Kidney Slide Runner, if we want to do landfall stuff. We've got, like, some bigger green things. When we recast a spell that targets this creature, draw a card. Make a pile of Scions. That's funny. This Scob, I always remember, was quite good.
This is a... The thing is here is, like, you could always try and start to cut off red, but I don't really necessarily think the red options are, like, super good.
Yeah, I'm not, like, huge on that. I'm gonna grab the Slide Runner, even though I probably want to go with the blue in there instead. We'll see. Yo, hey, what's up? Lee of Sky Knight had common, damn. Okay. Lee of Sky Knight has Detain, which is a one-turn, like, turning off of a card. Huh, this Gatekeeper.
Odd that the reminder text doesn't actually tell you that it's one turn.
That's not what that does. Okay, interesting.
Oh, Bestow.
Ooh.
It's been a long time. Ooh,
Okay.
Wait.
This
was
was
actually good.
I remember this being a monster of a card in its format.
Yeah, Heel Cutter is actually a really solid card. It basically is a...
Yeah.
It's very versatile because, I mean...
Yeah, Banded
that
Commander.
dash...
Right here.
Yep.
But yeah, Commune, again, if we have more of a graveyard. But yeah, we have this Gatekeeper at common and this one at uncommon. I mean, this is clearly... like Stasis Snare, which is a flash journey to nowhere. Baleful Eidolon. The Eidolons are also a thing we are likely going to see focus on. Another Lee of Sky Knight. Quicken? That's funny.
Furious Rise of Control Power 4 or greater. I mean, it is repeated draw, but it's weird.
Almost thinking like Sajiri Shelter.
Yeah, it's a land, so you don't have to like care too much about it, right?
Like, God's Willing is a card I'm a big fan of, and this is a little more expensive.
And also, it's on... you don't have any heroic cards yet, but God's Willing is... God's Willing loves heroic creatures. So.
Yeah. Other bits here... Lampad... Again, a second Lee of Sky Knight. If like, somebody should absolutely be in these, because this 3-power flyer is a great place.
3-power flyer that does, like, falter a turn, and it makes it pretty good on that front.
This one's hilarious.
Huh.
Okay, hold on. Now this is a card that
Adventure. There we go. Now we're talking.
Because this, not only is this like a strong... Green does seem wide open. I probably should pick up on the Seed Guardian stuff. I'm like, Seed Guardian is a wildly strong card, because this is like big enough body that leaves a second one. I'm looking at Rimrock Knight, because Rimrock Knight gives us heroic trigger plus like strong enough attacking body. Cloudfin Raptor is messed up.
Yeah, this is going to become very large very quick.
Yeah.
It's evolve on an 0-1.
We're gonna keep in this.
I don't think you're wrong to stay in red, but it is
third Sky. I'm not switching over. Like, I don't feel like switching over to the Sky Knight is where I want to be. I know somebody's gonna have that, and what that tells me is I kind of want to not touch the... I want to get red in my...
This is like,
under my
mark
control.
Red as yours.
Yeah.
That red is yours.
Briefcase. It's kind of a common means that we need to do. Like, if that's the sort of thing around, we're going to need to have at least answers to pinging things. I don't care about the elk. I do like... I like not saying ass, but... this angel is one of the things that keeps you alive for doing gate stuff. Revelry.
Destructive Revelry is not that great.
The bestow.
Ghostblade Eidolon is actually one of the. I mean, it bestows double strike, which is big, but
this is one of my favorites.
Does cost 6.
I'm a huge fan of Awaken as a mechanic. Awaken is you can basically you kick the spell to make a land into whatever that is. Like, or put this on a land, turning it into a creature. And I'm a big fan of like this unsummon as a disruptive element, but also Man of War with haste as the top end. Maybe we can see some of the blue that was going around that like works well with this. Yeah. We got Extort.
Good old Extort.
Dragon
Mantle. All Dragon Mantle does. I mean, it cycles, but like it's not something I'm actually saying you should pick per se. I think that even if leaving Dragon Mantle in the pack does not send messages that red is open, you know?
No, it does not.
Savage Punch is a good fight spell, but
okay, Seed Guard. All right, okay.
There we go.
Let's just take the action on this.
Let's get into Gruul on this, yeah.
Let's take
Let's start to working on Gruul, yeah.
We've there's enough going around that like, okay. Nope. Nobody picked up on him.
Wow.
What?
Huh.
What do you mean nobody picked up on him?
I mean, this format literally just came out.
Yeah,
there's a non-zero chance this is an instance of, people don't recognize how strong a set.
I'm gonna hide it then. You can't have it.
I can see Guardian. That's good.
Yeah, I like this card as a like body that this is funky. It's not for us, but
looks like blue and black were being picked very heavily.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Gore Clan Rampage. Hello. The perfect Gruul creature.
Yeah,
just straight up.
This is a hell of a card. Hello. How you doing? Damn.
Treasure Cruise.
But yeah, Gore Clan Rampager is a 4/4 trampler, but also is a 2-mana spell that is +4/+4 trample. This gets the combat under your control flatly. This card's fine. Voyaging Satyr was a card that was quite good at like making a lot of the bigger decks in this format function. Nemesis Immortals was like friend of Nessie and Asp.
Yeah, this is like Nemesis Immortals was the uncommon one, whereas Nessie and Asp was always common, I think.
Yeah, Nessie and Asp was the common. All right. Briefcase is unlikely to be making it into the deck. This is a card I want if I'm playing like if I'm actually able to 5-color. Gates Ablaze, Steam Augury gets thrown down. Hexproof Reach.
And yes, Monstrosity is instant speed.
Yes.
You don't have to do it at sorcery.
Yep, you can do it whenever.
One of the powerful parts about Polukranos. Be able to just activate that fight whenever.
Do I care about this? Like we've got
in the format, because Theros is very much a stack everything onto a single guy format. Raccoon Crusader was pretty bad, but
yeah, I'm just not impressed by a lot of the rest in here. It'd be like Clutch Occurrence or something like that. And no, Monstrous is like, if this isn't monstrous, put counters on it and it becomes monstrous.
Yeah,
that's an easy pick here. This has a million lines of text to say deal 3 damage to a creature.
This is Lightning Strike. This is all it is, really.
It does 3 to the controller if you have a dragon.
Bane of Balaged. Okay.
Don't hate that.
Annihilator too, basically.
Yeah. If it wasn't against like a removal spell that I feel like we are light on.
Yeah.
Not picking up the the punch probably is a misstep on this, but we did get these yeah. Put this.
You will have more chances to get Savage Punch. Or
Yeah.
things like it.
But yeah, you can only do this once.
Yeah, it's not viable. It's not doable to double monster or something. It's not like you might be able to do that with adapt. Can you? Like, because that's the one that's just it counts if it has any counters on it, right?
Right,
So,
right. Like, so Nessian Ass is like it becomes monstrous, and that means it is monstrous. But adapt just says if there are no counters on it.
yeah. So I think you might be able to double activate adapt, but you can't double activate monstrosity.
You can't double activate it and get the counters. It'll look on resolution. But if you remove the counters somehow, then you can.
Whereas that won't work on monstrous creatures because they're monstrous even when the counters are off them.
So this is a 2-drop I love.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 3/2. This is a Dragoon. This is this is 3/2 with reach for 2, and it fights a flyer.
Yeah, and also gets larger. Like,
yeah, for that turn only.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Knight. Damn, here's another. That's a heck of a payoff for that.
Yora's follower is also there just as that Springleaf drum on a dude.
Yeah,
that's pretty fun.
Yeah, untap anything. There's a number of combos. You know, Evolving Wilds, just fixing. Don't hate, Rimrock Knight. This card's very good. Gurmag Angler hanging out here. Here's one of the Enchantress
Gurmag Angler, the card that people realized actually for what they were using it for was better than Tacitus.
Grab Evolving Wilds to fix this up. We've got the green, and there's enough cards in here that I'm pretty happy with it. This one, Hexproof, can't be blocked by more than one. Witch's Mark this is fine. Yeah, this is fine to have. Because this is...
It's, if nothing else, a Tormenting Voice. And
yeah.
the Wicked Roll is not nothing,
Well, it's also targeting a creature.
Yeah. You don't have much in the way of the heroic cards. Yeah,
no,
you got a Crone Crusader.
And we won't end up with a lot of those. Ooh.
Bane's back.
Another Bane. Voyaging Satyr. I don't know, are we a deck that wants a 7-drop?
I mean, so far, no, actually.
Yeah,
but
would I just be better off picking either the Voyaging Satyr to get there or the Rimrock Knight to play more offense?
I just don't know exactly what Gruul actually looks like in the format.
No idea.
Really?
No idea.
Yeah, so it might be that you should be picking, ramp cards and Bane of Balaged, but I don't know.
Yeah, shrug, perhaps. That's part of the Fog, the card named Fog. Again, I don't care about Destructive Revelry. I think I care more about Nemesis of Mortals than I do Zendikar Incarnate. More clutches, please. I value this card incredibly high. Trample. Nyx Weaver is a cool card.
Nyx Weaver is an all-star in my really bad Ishkana.
Card the Fog, the card named Fog.
Behold the Beyond. Oath of Nissa is right.
This is Ponder.
Very low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ponder, but it's extremely low impact.
This is a Flying Body. This is this is part of the blue-green being 5-color payoff cards.
Yep.
Indrik
It's a rough
Stompower?
pack. Oh, Indrik Stompower. Yeah, no problem. That's actually a pretty solid pick.
Yeah, I don't know what like the number of like targets for this will be, but like Indrik Stompower is at least a card I'll look at and I go.
I've seen enough. There's been enough auras in these packs because of the heroic stuff.
Damn.
And it might have some targets.
Damn.
Dreadbore.
Common.
Hmm?
You know what? Sure.
You've got enough that's actually it's the fact that you have to pay for it is such a pain.
But it's a ton of counters if we like.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, experiment 1. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Now this is a card I get to play aggro with and go like. So I was looking at the in a number of these other packs. I've been looking at specifically the Cloudfin Raptor. That's an 0/1 flyer with Evolve, and like experiment 1 gets to play a good,
impression of that a lot of the time, and neat.
Delicate Awakening is cycle your hand. Cloudfin Raptor number 17. We'll do. Yeah, this set doesn't do anything to like pop or existing because
You know what card that Construct loves? Dragon Mantle.
Oh my god, yeah, giving it like
It would give it +2/+1 every single time you activate it.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, hello.
Okay, second experiment. I think your deck is starting to come together with this now. You are an aggressive.
Yeah, like now we want like card. The Rimrock Knight works really well because that 3 power should be doing a lot there. Seed Guardian actually should also be nice because that 4 toughness, like curving 2, 3, 4 means that this should work as well.
Yep. You probably don't want the Nemesis maybe the Nemesis actually.
The Nemesis could because
it shouldn't cost.
Right.
Yeah, it shouldn't cost 6. It should cost like 4 or 3 even.
Yeah, like the Nemesis works as hello.
Second Rampager.
Hell yeah.
Yes, now we're talking.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
So, a thing to note with Heroic as opposed to Valiant. Heroic is looking for spell casting. That means like casting Dragon Mantle and casting pump spells like Rimrock Knights, Boulder Rush is fine. This is an activated ability of a creature.
Yeah, that is not a cast spell. It is basically Channel. If you've played with Channel recently, it is basically the same thing.
First strike trample as long as there's an instant and sorcery in your grave. I don't
believe in that.
I'm gonna take the 2-drop. That's possible. Yeah, we can be Gruul. I don't believe in this because we also have, like, Conclave Natural lists for something like that. None of this matters. This is a good one. Afterlife 1 is quite strong.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I didn't recognize Dregmangler. for just a moment, Dregmangler. Nantigo Husk, like, flat. We've seen this going around, but I haven't, like, been thinking about it until I mentioned Afterlife. And that makes that do a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Eat the bones. Okay, let's get this deck built.
It's definitely a weird one. You're overall pretty low to the ground though, for sure. You've got like 4 playable 1-drops easily.
Yeah. So, alright. Draconic Roar, Rimrock Knight. Mantle's probably gonna make it. Warhound I think is really good. Rattle
I think
Master's
Mantle
obvious.
does make it, yeah.
Yeah. Siderunner, Heel Cutter, obviously. Experiment 1. Fog, the card name Fog, probably not. Then Gorklin Rampager and one Nessian Ass, one Mortal, and then like Dragon Mantle.
I actually like Witch's Mark in here.
Yeah, I like handing off.
Puts, like
being able to
it gives the Wicked roll, but
yes.
also like if you have a hand that's like, I've got a pretty good amount of gas, but I've also only got like 2 lands and Nessian Asp in my hand. Just don't feel bad about ditching Nessian Asp. Make the Nemesis cost cheaper. Things like that.
Yeah, or like, oh, you know, obviously this gives us a bit more of a late game bit. Like, oh, we've been drawing too many lands. You know, that's part of what
Exactly.
Voice fixes.
Yeah.
How are we doing on creature count? 20 and 3. Oh my god. Okay.
You are, well, to be fair, a couple of those are Gorkland Rampagers, you know. So
yeah, Gorkland Rampager and Rimrock Knight are both like,
yeah.
this is fake. But... okay. Witch's Mark count as a heroic trigger? It is a spell that targets a creature. So yes.
Yep.
We only have the hero that I'm playing in here. And this is like, this is funny because it's a 1-drop that like its power comes much later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's like turn 4 and I'm able to use Rimrock Knight to all of a sudden just go 4/1/1 counters, you know, something like that.
You can also do it on turn 2 if you have, like, if you don't have an additional like 2-drop to follow up with. You can do that, like get one
get
counter
in for
off on
4, yeah.
Yeah.
We also just have Rabblemaster.
Yeah, just straight up Goblin Rabblemaster, which this card's great.
Yeah, this card's sweet. Okay, sure. Our land count might be funky, but like, I think we're okay with that. Let's get the beat down and see how this goes. It's really interesting looking at this being like, it feels like 30% Theros, 30% like Ravnica, and then like a bunch of like just odds and ends all over the place, and it makes it like a something that takes a little bit to get a hold on. Okay.
Experiment 1 has hit the table.
Yeah. Okay. Not. Sorry. Sorry, buddy.
Goodbye.
Absolutely
Hero
not.
of Erois, please leave.
Submit 0. So, this card here, Aura's cost 1 less, +1/+1 counter on it, on Heroic. Not happening.
That was a great impression of
yeah.
you know,
I'm just not.
Light.
Wasn't that a... was that a rare? Oh my.
Ooh,
oh
audacity.
my.
Oh dear.
Oh my. Okay.
Ah, shit. The card that is intended to be like a fixed trample. Audacity. Not trample, Rancor.
Huh. Let's play one of these out. This way we can be aggressive, you know, on follow-up turns against this Trailblazer. Okay, 4 in hand, 4 lands, 3 in hand. This draws a card on death. Fight. Oh no!
Eidolon, lifelink. I don't think you can.
Oh, we need to draw some of our enchantment removal, huh? Okay.
Fighting past that's gonna be such a pain.
Yeah. Yeah, we just don't have like removal that looks like it fights that either. 2 cards left. Now, how
I think your best case scenario is like trying to sneak the game out from under 5 extra life per turn, actually. So, like Gore Clan Rampagers?
Yeah.
To be able to just sneak in some extra damage out of nowhere.
They had some consideration in combat there. They have like a Nessian Asp or something. Alright.
A double strike trick or something.
That's a card I'm pretty happy to have a draw here of. So yeah, we can
toss
discard.
The Evolving Wilds.
Yeah, toss the Evolving Wilds because I just don't want to be using a tap land, and I'd rather have Mountain right now. Let's give. How do I want to go about this? Seed Guardian? Rimrock Knight's always attacking because it can't block, so let's just hand it the plus. It's not worth putting on Experiment 1, and this is probably like doing a couple chump blocks in a row. Okay. 23. Do we have, like, stasis? I'm gonna play out this Rimrock Knight. We're trying to rush down this lifelink, and it looks like it's doable. You know? Do we have a kill spell? They've had a response available for a while here, and I don't know what that means. Like, I have no read for what it could possibly be. I'm thinking like a stasis snare or something to that effect.
There was an untap spell in Theros that was like +2/+2 untap target creature or something, wasn't there?
Oh.
Oof. Wait, yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Experiment 1. It's a weird card, and then you could also, if you wanted to, then pump it to have 4 power.
Now we want to get the knight down instead. That's very funny. So we won't get the evolve. It's the exact same size, but Okay. All right. That by the way, also a flash creature. This card's very good, by the way. They were thinking about was what they were thinking about, was using it for +2/+2 on this.
+3/+3. It gets a counter when it gets targeted, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Accent Siamede. Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, the thing is like, Experiment 1 can do a lot of damage, so fire breathing is not nothing, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Psych and Selesnya Charm, getting you now with the use.
We're just not going to be making it through. I don't believe you. I can't believe it. Yeah, okay. No block was saving us there either, because this also hands off trample. Okay. That one we got shut out very hard by a creature we just don't have a way of interacting with. Like,
not having that Savage Punch is actually a big pain, isn't it? Like, not being able to get...
I don't think Savage Punch was ever killing that was the problem, right? Like, what creature could we have possibly gotten big enough to actually fight the furries?
Well, I mean, you can... Experiment 1 gets, got the fire breathing. They can pay a little bit of extra red to make it work.
Okay.
Okay, well this is solid.
Also, it has the answer over there that we'd be looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Experiment 1.
Ooh, just playing Rimrock Knight out and then Heel Cutter on turn on 3.
Yeah.
Is like actually a pretty solid curve out. Makes Experiment 1 a 3/3 as well.
Do we have a shock? Wild Slash? The card named Wild Slash?
Yeah. Wild Slash.
Yeah, okay.
Halo Scarab.
Ooh. Hello. Must attack. Alright. So we got a 5/3 that can't block and must attack. When it dies, it'll leave behind
a 2/2 that must attack. Nivix Cyclops.
Alright.
Well, I mean, the great thing here is that you can just... I guess actually you'd Heel Cutter the Scarab.
Yes. That scares me, because that means that Nivix Cyclops is a card you play if you're trying to murder your opponent dead in, like, some scary ways.
Yeah, Nivix Cyclops was one of the... Yeah, it's Kill Fiend.
Yeah, +3. Alright, so Experiment 1 will get another counter when we replay this. We also have Naturalist on a land as well. Okay, 4th land. We got... Looks like we're, is it main, and then these are gates, maybe for gate-liking cards, or maybe a splash? Who can say?
Yeah. I'm going to assume gate-liking cards. They've played exclusively gates that are blue and red.
Look, playing a pile of 2/4s that do good things for them when, I think the red one, I think, is a threaten. The blue one is a draw card. Like, that'd be fine to play a 2/4 draw right now. Interesting.
Oh. Naturalist can kill Scarab, so there's that.
Yeah.
That still lets you get in with Rimrock Knight, so... If you wanted to get most value off of playing Experiment 1, though, I guess it would be Heel Cutter.
Right, but, like, the most likely play here is, like, we go to combat, kill spell on something, block another with the Nivix Cyclops, right? Like,
I suppose that means that having Experiment 1 have the counters is good, right?
we'll go like this. I think we've got, like, a bounce spell, or, like, we have some sort of bounce, maybe. Okay. We have to attack with Rimrock Knight.
Yep, so I guess that trades with Nivix Cyclops now.
Okay. That's fine. We still
Or they take 5, and that feels good when we still have Heel Cutter in the deck.
Yeah, I don't know that.
In our hand.
Interesting.
Okay. So you got the effect of
They want the
Naturalist anyway. Okay.
Wild Slash, the card named Wild Slash. returns. This is better shock.
Yep.
This card comes up because being able to pierce damage can't be prevented sometimes is extremely relevant. You know, sometimes cards like the Ring. Sure, yeah,
Targeting
thanks.
us?
Thanks.
Okay. Really wish you had another mountain.
Yeah. Alright. Well.
Turns out Dark can't block this turn. Everyone else is coming in. Heel Cutter showing its versatility right here and now pretty straightforwardly.
Alright.
Real solid card.
We'll be holding this land in case we draw our discard.
Dramatic voice.
Yeah. They are playing black. Weird. This is not a card I expect on a splash. You know?
Targeting you as well, which is the
Gates Ablaze. Okay. Well, this is what I expected out of the gates. I guess they're playing that as a 4 toughness creature, and then they play a gate so that none of their creatures were to have died. I think it's still Heel Cutter.
Yeah.
Like,
I think so.
Like nothing's changed. Like, I could Witch's Mark and hope I draw a red, but I really would like to
Guarantee it, yeah. Just Goblin Heel Cutter keeps coming in, makes it can't block. You take 2 damage.
Why is Witch's Mark here? Unsure. Maybe this is on the, like, bonus zone of cards?
The bonus sheet right now says it was Planeswalkers, so...
Huh. Is that what the Oaths are in there? Well, the Oaths are cards that also are, like, things that just exist in the format.
The Oaths were from Battle for Zenda cards, so
Yeah.
they're probably just in the format.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright. We now have to, like, build a board. Okay, no cards in hand.
You know?
You know?
Sure. He's big.
All right, we're gonna Dragon Mantle first, because then I
How
can
many mountains were put into your grave from that Return Centaur, by the way?
2.
2. Okay.
So we're gonna do this
Just
first.
curious.
They have priority because of the Scob activation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this means
Pretty much your entire deck is live.
yeah. Well, especially like Nessie and Asp is huge now. Like it can activate on any land for monstrosity. They're on top deck mode, so whatever they play, they're gonna. Okay, that's a pile of blockers. Good for them. I think I
The
just
Harpooner can take care of the flyer, right?
yes,
So,
freely. It'll be a 9 power like attack on it. Okay, well, let's just get some bodies down so we can run them over next turn. Yeah. Looking at if I can cause... I can't cause, like... I'd have to give up the Heel Cutter to cause problems here. Feel like I'm playing the, like, cards we own format with your college buddies.
it does honestly feel a lot like that right now. It's like, oh yeah, we all got started playing in again when, you know, Return to Rav came out. So that's all we have, you know?
Yeah, it's just the cards we have around.
Leftovers from drafts from that era.
Yeah, so Seed Guardian here is really good in the sense that, like, even if they're having, for 1, evolve. For 2, it gives us, like, a presence against, like, a sweeper of sorts. No, not worth it. So they make their Halo Scarab treasure. That's what that card's for, is fixing. And then they have one draw step to fix this.
A lot of reach.
That ain't. Yeah, we're ready if someone shows up with Liev Sky Knight.
Rampager is a great thing to have on hand as like, well, you can't heal cutter and Rampager,
No.
annoyingly.
No.
I guess Rampager does give trample though, so like who cares? Just swing in with it anyway.
Show me your answers.
All you have to do is get 3 damage through, and you know that they don't have
Yeah, like we see
anything.
everything.
Yeah, just block with the Gearcrafter on the Harpooner. That's actually probably ideal, and then, you know, put everything else in front of everything else.
Yeah, yep. They also have to block every creature, so like they can't like.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, yeah, you just put it on the Harpooner and you win. You don't.
I don't even need to think about it.
No math required. Yeah.
Not Gruul?
Then die. Okay, they're thinking about it more.
Uh-huh.
They want to be able to kill Nessie and Asp if you monstrosity in mid-combat, I guess.
Yeah, so Blood Rush, the ability on Glorclan Rampager, is only on attacking creatures. So... Anyway.
Yep, there we go.
I like their setup. I like the idea of like a bunch of like they have enough gates to make Gates Ablaze work.
Yeah.
But the heel cutter showed its extreme value there, especially in dodging their sweeper. Was a card just sitting on our hand like, what you doing? You know?
All of those Dash was a surprisingly powerful mechanic in general, is the long and short of it. Like it seems like, oh, this is so expensive to pay for every single turn and play, and like it just gets picked back up. Almost all the Dash cards have like really good ETB effects though. So
yeah,
like,
or like have some sort of reason why you might want to attack with them, like the tension of attacking immediately versus that's the best draw in the deck. All right. Hello. The best draw in the deck. Well, okay. Let's play out
Knight or Harpooner. They're playing blue.
Yeah.
Just means like maybe keep Harpooner in hand and just Knight up.
Harpooner lets me hold the
That's true.
The Knight activation. Gearcrafter can't evolve this. That's not happening. It depends on how real this blue is, or if this is just like
a gate.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go this route to keep the Harpooner as an option because there are some pretty like notable flyers we could knock out of the sky with it, and like
play in planes.
Okay.
Okay.
They can untap the
close to planes.
Satyr can untap that, and then oh god. All right. Well, luckily we have one of the best removal spells in the game for you. This is one of the best payoffs, by the way, for the Gates deck.
Oh yeah. That it just gets so big so quick if you have even more. You know, you have one gate, it's an above-average creature. If you have 2 gates, it's a huge creature.
Right. And then
they are not falling for it, which is fine for us too.
We can That means we can play a on-curve play that, you know, spends our turn. This thing has vigilance, by the way, and trample. Another gate. Oh boy, do they have sweeping? If they have gates ablaze right here, we're fairly smoked. Even, like, the fact that they lose their Voyaging Satyr, like, that's not enough, you know? Voyaging Satyr 2, the sequel to Voyaging Satyr, okay. I'm going to make you do something.
Smart, actually. That's a good block, because Rampager, even with this, it's still a trade.
Yes. But this gets it the hell off the table. So now they can
untap. Do have 2
so
mana up.
The kill might be they can untap a green source and or do a if they have Wild Slash, or is there a fight spell? Oh, all right.
All of the hammer, yeah.
Oof. Okay, that's pretty bad. Like we just do not have an answer to this in any world. Okay.
The answer is Nessie Nasp gets bigger than it, I guess.
We die before that ever occurs.
Yeah, you don't get to that point, so.
Yeah.
Oh, they're manual tapping.
Bring to light? No, that's 6. Angel? Archangel. Alright, then they gained a million life and the game ended. This, by the way, this is the experience of fighting the Gates deck. Which one of the things,
get them close to death and then they stabilize.
We didn't even get them close. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, they played the ramp, but I mean, if in a slightly better situation, that's what happens.
So we fight the Archangel. We're going to attack for 1, because blocking doesn't matter. And we're going to pass it back. We're still not out of this. We're just not... Oof.
That doesn't change the math. So it's... Because, like, I mean, it being a 6/6 was already... A 5/5 was already extremely difficult to get through.
Yeah, my hope was that, like, I could, like, Mogi's Warhound to make, like, a body big enough to catch that in combat, but... Alright, 1 card left in hand. So if they play a gate, they get to 7 and we have enough power to triple block. If they have, like, a removal spell that can walk past us. Are they gonna, like... Are they gonna bounce my experiment one or something? What are we looking at with so much blue? Oh.
Draw as many... Draw 4 cards.
Draw 4.
Got it.
Yeah, draw 4.
Yeah.
Again... If you didn't play in this format on Magic Arena, the limited format where the gates were real, the only thing anyone ever did was play gates.
You know, we're lucky that they dropped that planes, by the way. If they had just drawn another gate, then we were smoked entirely.
We can landfall for a +1/+1.
Yes, but that's how you would do it, right? Oh, wait, no, you have the... Okay, never mind. Yes. You could have done it.
Yeah. We're going to do this here because I want the mana from this in case we can get to... You know!
Okay. Not bad, actually.
You know, that card costs... some cards just cost you nothing. You might wonder why I'm playing Mogi's Warhound here. The answer is...
It's dying on combat.
Yeah, like, the most likely thing that's occurring here is Gatebreaker Ram is dying, and I want to kill it. Like... Was that like a little... That just tells me my creature count down there for... Huh. Sure. Okay. Damn, that guild summit was a beating because like the thing we had was that they were empty-handed.
Yeah, and now they have a serious card advantage over you.
Yeah. We have the board in a fairly meaningful way right now. But like I don't know how long that'll last. +2/+2 reach. Okay.
Well, you can still kill it.
Yep. Then kill the Nemesis of Mortals. Okay.
They all get in the way.
Yep. Everything under the bus. We get to leave ourselves. That was why I played the Hound there.
Really would have liked the goddamn land.
At least Voyaging Satyr gets there in that way.
Swiftspear.
What? In that deck?
I don't even think your deck is appropriate for Swiftspear. Yeah.
What the hell? Oh my god! Like,
I mean,
here's the thing.
Right?
Now that I'm looking at what they have, I think they are. They don't play a card more than 3 mana. The way that they actually make this work is like a bunch of splashes off their gates.
Oh yeah, I guess. Huh.
Yeah.
The gates just mean like their deck that tops out at 3 functionally really tops out at 4, but like that's fine. They're still, you know, doing the business.
Weird to have all the gates stuff in here, because that's not like, again, that's all our return to return. So,
yeah, I mean the gates were a thing in Return to Ravnica, but it was comparatively pretty fake. Like
yeah, there was like Gate Creeper Vine could tutor a gate. You know, you had a couple like things that like that's where Maze's End originally comes from.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mogi's Warhound just as a 2 is
that's not a great 2. Yeah, so the Gate deck was like one of 2 decks in on Arena that changed how like drafting functioned, like in complete total. Because between the Gate deck and the deck in Eldraine, that was like
the blue mill
deck. Like it made that like way different as far as like how like drafting occurred, because like the at that time the common method of drafting was like draft with robots, play against opponents. But the robots did not understand synergy. Like at all.
Or at the very least, they understood like power and toughness synergy, but that was like it. They wouldn't understand drafting mill, for example, like at all. If it was like one step beyond like even basic synergies, they just didn't get it.
Well, this heroic card, by the way, is a very dangerous one. The heroic on this is each creature.
Yep.
A lot of very snowball-y mechanics as our focus within this set. Like, the heroic is one of those that's just go all in and on one thing like that and kind of either win or don't. And then we also have the gates, which isn't as like... Oh boy, that is, I think, shock on...
Yep, shock on any heroic.
Okay.
I think cast a spell on them.
Okay. Let's...
At least you still get to swing in, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm fine with the trade.
Yeah, they're not gonna take it. They have
no
amazing
way. No
targets
way.
off of it. So
Two
like unless they have no more heroic
cards.
cards.
Yeah.
Unless they have no more things that target in their hand, then they're not taking this trade.
Yeah, they discarded a land of the Witch's Mark. Alright, so we get Seed Guardian. I guess it makes it a question who they're targeting with their effects, unless they have, like, if they have, Martial Glory, that would be the killer. That's, Martial Glory's +3, +0, +0, +3. Target.
Mm-hmm.
So you can split that. Alright, they're playing out their thing, playing out Legion Loyalist.
Huh.
Interesting.
Neat. Well, amazingly, this Mogis' Warhound is actually really good at swinging in
Yeah.
a lot of ways here.
I'm interested in, like, trying to post-combat the Naturalist after they, like, block with
trade with.
Phalanx.
Yeah, I think that's.
You know
I
what
feel
I
like
mean?
that's actually a decent trick. Yeah. Like it's like, oh, I can't do anything about this. I have to swing in, so you may as well take the safe block with it.
Yeah,
right?
that's the hope here, is that they take, like, the what looks obvious, like the Boundary Lands Ranger blocks the McKindy, the Phalanx Leader blocks the Mogis' Warhound.
It didn't take it.
Okay, then I think I'm just gonna play Nessie and Asp.
Yeah.
One card left in hand, they might just be out of gas. Again, something like Martial Glory is the card that I'm most like, oh heck, about. You know, that's something that they could come with that does a lot. Okay.
Trailblazer just is a Kraken hatchling with heroic with the counter,
Yep.
the basic heroic effect.
Yep.
What are the one centaurs in here? The one that triple heroics. Because that guy was an ass beating and a half too.
There's something you're thinking on. Okay, so we have. All right, let's ask the same question. I think it's Seed Guardian off on the Trailblazer, and I think it's Phalanx Leader on Mogis Warhound.
They might earnestly be trying
Yes,
to save.
yes.
Okay, yes.
And then Trump Block on Nessie and Asp? All right, here we go. But first.
You experiment one first.
Uh-huh. But first, hello. And then, check this out. Hello, my name is Indrik Stomphowler. Oink.
We are doing this with interesting timing to make it so that you can't deal with it.
That was fun. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like they just didn't like they did the witch's mark, by the way, in this deck in specific feels really strong because it's like this is a
Yeah.
oh my god.
Ghost played Eidolon, but played Raw because they don't have 6.
They don't have 6. Oh god.
Yep. Ghostblade is it's one of the worst Eidolons by its like on its face as the creature, but you know if you can pull off the bestow, it's one of the best.
Evolve is if you play a bigger creature, it gets a 1/1 counter.
Yep. If it has greater power or toughness, so.
I'm trying to get them to burn whatever trick we're sitting on. I think it's Martial Glory. Coordinated. Oh, God.
Oh, man. They almost got you. If they had
been...
drawn that one turn earlier, they would have gotten you.
Okay. I'm still attacking here, right? Like there's
that Seed Guardian makes a huge creature. Yeah. So, well, yeah.
Also, this is first strike, not even... Like, they also have to chump on all three. Yeah, this is fine. Legion Loyalist, by the way, is battalion. Creatures you control gain first strike, trample, and can't be blocked by token creatures. What? Why would I?
I don't know. The game, what? I guess, had to ask.
Why would I do that?
It's new. They haven't like actually worked out the kinks on the
that's
fact that
you know what, that's true. That's true. That's new as of Foundations. We have to wiggle at it to get it to be like, hey, come on now.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm willing to bet right now they have not programmed in priority, like a proper priority yet.
Yeah.
Like a logical order.
I wonder if it's. Yeah, our opponent did have there was a.
Run by Hasbro.
There was a set of promos they did for a charity secret lair, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years back. Yeah.
Experiment 1 has been in like every starting hand, and I love it.
I love it.
This card is great.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'd love to have won the coin flip, but we'll take what we can get. All right, planes, and then we're going to be dealing with 1,000,000 for the rest of the game. Tormenting Voice, make that a 2/2, make a 1/1. Look, I know how I'm thinking. You know what? No. 1/2 flyer lifelink. That's what you're going to play. You're going to play a 1/2 flying lifelinker. Come on. Well, I'm going to play the Harpooner.
Because I get a creature that can block these tokens on the field.
Our opponents have just been like Naya forever, like all Gruul all the time. You gotta be like, I don't think we've seen people casting black spells, and they were some of the worst creatures you've ever seen. Like,
I wonder if there is a little bit of, oh man, Triple Theros is a format I really liked. I can't wait to play Flavored Hoplite. Flavored Hoplite.
Flavored. I also am there wanting to play the Flavored Hoplite. Well, let's go.
Interesting. Yeah, I was like, that's probably just a trade you take and not worry about it, right? At that point. Single white, it's unlikely that they could beat Rampager as a trick, but
kind of just think I let it go and play like
Gear
Crafter. I don't know, like, and then I keep the Rampager as its own trick, which is something I want. I'm fine trading my 1-drop for their 1-drop.
Yeah, thinking about it that way, it's like not at all a problem.
And then let's go ahead and get Gear Crafter in so we can have like an evasive creature. I think their best play is the hopeful Eidolon, get in for 4, and then like we have to start doing some terrible racing.
Yeah.
Double Strike would also be an annoying one, but that one's less annoying than Lifelink, honestly. Sage's Reverie is +1/+1 for each aura you control is attached to a creature. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Well, we know what their deck does.
Alright.
Alright, you just swing in and then Rampage, whatever.
Come on, like, I don't believe any of this.
You can even also Rimrock Knight if you have
Yeah.
to. And if they don't block anything, you just kill them.
6. I don't have lethal if I...
You have 6.
Because
okay,
I don't
you
have
got
enough red to...
12.
I don't have enough red to use at all. So let's Rimrock Knight... you...
And like...
And then
play out the knight, yeah.
Yeah, then, like, because this way, like, all of a sudden, it's like, I was correct. I identified their trick, you know? And then we murder them with Gore Clan Rampage, right? Like, we told them, God, Wild Slash, the card named Wild Slash, sure is a damn thing.
On the 1/1 flyer. There's Ghostblade again, but not bestowed.
Not
so
enough.
It's just I have talked about this before. I think that Double Strike is a better design mechanic than First Strike. Weirdly enough. It's because of the way that Double Strike works. They are encouraged to put it on things with low power.
It doesn't become like Wall of First Strike.
Exactly. Whereas First Strike does have that tendency because First Strike really is only beneficial on a card with a lot of power already.
Hello. The flavored hoplite.
The flavored hoplite is only vanilla, but that's okay because you're gonna pack in so many more flavors on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the heroic triggers are. And let's be real here. Vanilla's a great flavor.
It's true. It gets like the every one of my hands. Every one of my hands.
Oh, you even get to Voyaging Satyr and benefit off of it because it comes at 2/2.
Yes.
And then Rabble Master on 3. Let's go.
All right.
You'll never get to go first, by
No, that's fine.
You will always
our rule deck operating on the draw. Do they have like a Celestia charm they're gonna like jump on this with? I guess that's fine. 1 for your 2. Right? Like, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
2/2.
One of the things I'm very happy about with this format is, like, I told you, I don't know what the hell exists in this format. Shrug. Like, there's cards, right?
Except you clearly do.
And like,
because you're just familiar with this era of Magic.
Right. I played so much of this era of Magic. God.
Instantly conceding to Rabble Master is so funny.
Sorry, my throat died on that. Oh, sorry. Oh God. Oh my God. I was completely like there's it's like, all right, I can predict exactly what will happen for my opponent. We see Golgari, Guildgate, and Plains, and they left up 2 mana, so it's going to be Celestia Charm. Therefore, on this, it's going to be Concede.
Play Island Concede is the most powerful move.
Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, so to talk a little bit about that, again, this set is Return to Ravnica forward because that's what Pioneer is. And if you go take a look at the very
entire
lengthy
stream history of your channel,
if you it starts it starts at Gate Crash. Weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of these are all cards I know. Okay.
You played pretty much every single format on stream from which all of these cards come from.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of a headache from that game.
Yeah, oh my god. Stifle.
Okay, Experiment 1 doesn't get to start the deck this time.
Okay, I'm fine keeping this. Go get red.
I want to point out, by the way, that hero, the single green hero in your deck, I am now convinced is junk in your deck. You have like nothing that targets it aside from the Rimrock Knights and the Dragon Mantle.
Yeah. You know, sometimes the point of
that can't block and must attack each turn. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that on 3. Except for that, that's a great way to beat it.
I've got a better way to beat it. Get in.
Now, I hope your battle cruiser in here and this is your only creature, right? Like, then we just win on the spot, basically.
Yeah. Like a Voyaging Satyr or something like that. Oof. That's way too good for... That's a lot better, I'll just say.
Yeah.
Third color. District Guide, Civic Wayfinder, our friend here is definitely, like, a way more powerful bit. Probably just gonna offer the trade with the Rimrock Knight, and then... God, do I play the Heel Cutter here?
It's best use of your mana, so...
Let's offer this trade, just because this, like... They're gonna keep the Baleful. I'm gonna...
You can Moorhound, and Moorhound's honestly very similar to the Knight in practice, and you just continue to go back on Heel Cutter, but... I think they're not going to not play more creatures, you know?
Yeah.
Is my thought.
I want to be able to bestow that thing.
Yeah.
Like, bestowed on...
I guess bestowing it on the Heel Cutter is actually not that bad. It'll be a 5/4 at that point, right? So...
Yeah. Sometimes we just cast this card. It's fine. Play the island. I want one creature that's a 3/3. That's what I want. Am I playing a Planeswalker? No. We've seen some oaths, right? We saw Oath of Chandra. Maybe those oaths are part of the Planeswalker package.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a strong... Oh, okay.
Do love Undead Butler. That is a card that Undead Butler was a important part of my, the mono black deck that everyone was playing.
I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this. Ooh.
Okay.
And then let's
pretty good, actually.
Let's go ahead and... So that forces the block with the Butler, basically. And the Butler rebuys a creature to hand, and they have both District Guide and Gatebreaker Ram. They don't have any gates right now?
Yeah, so Ram's actually not very good.
So they probably take Mosler?
Grab the Mosler.
Yeah. Like, no, okay,
oh, no.
Okay,
Guide.
Guide tells me they're playing along, like, they either A, don't have land 5 and are looking for it, and this is like them biting.
Can we just play Gorkland Rampager, by the way?
Yeah, what? What the hell is going on? Okay, alright. Interesting.
Or Rabblemaster.
Yeah, I think I want Rabblemaster. And then we make the Baleful Eidolon still unable to block, but like if they block the 1/1, then they take 5, and taking 5 when I have Gorklan in hand is actually like very dangerous. So I think they can chump block on... No? Okay. Interesting. This might be enough for us to...
like, take the win with...
yeah, Gorklan.
Yeah,
Gorklan steal the win. Okay, so there's 6 land. Dreadbore on the... Yeah, that's fine.
Heel Cutter, yeah.
Oh,
Still keep your 2/2. I forgot
I had Fight Breathing. That's just on. Oof. Okay.
If 1 damage matters, then well, 1 damage.
Yeah.
It's only 1.
I do have just naturalists to knock out the
Eidolon. Yeah, that's not bad as an idea at all, but it does mean that the Warhound is dead. It's probably still the play because like
the alternate would be like use Rampager mid combat for like getting over Nemesis Immortals. Do I go in with Rabble Master is actually the question then.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think if you go in with Rabble Master, they don't block with the Eidolon. If you do go in with Rabble Master, then they do, and that might not actually be preferable. If you do it like this, they just block Nemesis Immortals with just block with the Nemesis on the Warhound. Or maybe even the Guide. They might actually keep the Guide as, let the Guide trade there.
Yeah.
And they'll just have... I think this is the better block for what it causes on the... Yeah. It lets you kill the Nemesis. It lets you still do the Naturalists, kill on the Eidolon later.
Yeah.
If you draw a... Be nice to get... Nemesis Immortals is close to just costing 2.
Yeah, pretty easily. Warhound is a card that's going to die very soon.
Yeah.
They have any color they want.
Get 7. Gassiger! Hello!
One of the powerful things they have is just the ability to play out. Like, wow, they have Tasker activate. Ugh! Okay.
Skyrider Elf as a 4/4.
Okay.
Well, Asp beats that Skyrider Elf, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, we have some forced combat. Let's make it happen. Thank you for the art, Rob. Okay. Alright, and then... Yeah, Nessie and Asp.
Yeah, just by virtue of being a 4/5, it actually is the best with reach. It's the best creature on the board for dealing with this.
Yeah, I want to draw Forest if we draw land, so I can play Nemesis Immortals plus Conclave Naturalists. Getting rid of the Baleful Eidolon. God, this is...
Massacre.
Well, that's a 5/5 flyer.
Well, I mean, I guess any land lets you...
they almost...
They almost fell for Secret Reach. I mean, that at least, can jump in the air.
Yeah. Well, it can also make, like, threaten Nessie and Asp, block, double sort of thing. One of the things we have here that's a problem is that the long game is not ours. Tassiger...
No, it's not.
Tassiger exists, and they have, like, 8 mana. So...
Yeah.
Nemesis.
Tassiger's not actually inferior to Gurmag Angler. It's just in that particular deck, Delve deck at the time, they were just playing Tassiger as Tarmogoyf. So the +1 power on Gurmag Angler made it slightly better.
Mm-hmm.
Tassiger's activated ability is actually real.
Yeah, the thing is that they only have Nemesis Immortals in the grave right now. Now, obviously, with Nemesis Immortals is the only thing in the grave, it's going to cost 100 million mana.
Guess you get your Nemesis.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Hold on. They don't have double black for Dictate, do they?
They have 2 Gateway Plazas.
Ah, okay. Still costs 7. So playing the Nemesis would cost them a lot.
Ooh, this is really strong. So this thing is loose. Okay. We might be able to, again, do some sneaking with...
You do have a second Rampager.
This is also important. Okay,
So Asp and Nemesis are both activatable, you know.
I think we just want... I think we want to...
Yeah.
I think we want to take out Baleful Eidolon, then.
They do have a second Death Toucher on the field now.
Yeah. They're at 6.
Like, from that thought on my end is like, I don't think that killing the Eidolon's actually all that useful now in May. Well, actually, it lets you... No, like, Tassiger, like, giving that back to Tassiger would be pretty powerful for them, honestly.
Well, they're not going to get it. We would be handing them, like, District Guide or some other pieces. I think I'm going to do this to get more bodies off their board. I know that this makes the...
This makes, this is better if you draw an additional, like, well, Gorkline Rampage.
Yeah, Gorkline Rampage is the card we obviously want, because I think that wins us or close.
It just straight up wins you the game on this spot, on this board right now.
Yeah.
It just wins. Because of the
Progenitor
Mimic.
Boy! This is coming as a copy of a creature. Make a new copy of it every turn.
Yep. Which... I think the funniest option would be Rabble Master.
Yeah, Rabble Master, making Rabble Masters forever, because it makes one of them. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna...
Yep. Each Rabble Master then makes an additional token, then it, yeah, and then each Rabble Master gets stronger based on goblins. Although, funnily enough, 2 Rabble Masters forces all
Rabble Masters to attack, so this doesn't do anything. Yeah, no, hold on, this is actually, like, fine for us. The Rabble Masters die on our board.
Yes.
Well,
I didn't think about it either, but...
The Rabble Masters do some funky things on our board. I think they're figuring that out.
You have 2 enormous things that can monstrous. And I think you can activate both with the creatures in the grave?
Too much green mana.
Ah, right. Yep.
Nemesis still needs...
more forests.
Yeah. I can do 1, and I'm going to do 1, and this is getting held for our discard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we just let it go to theirs. They're going to attack with, like, big Rabble Masters. Or big Rabble Master singular.
Return Centaur, back again.
I don't care about that. Forest, thank you. Sweet. All right, final card out of hand. So they do have their pickup from their side on Tassiger now, but like we could give them some kind of junk cards because they don't have a way to control that. Now they also have their Nemesis they can pump. How much are they committing to this attack is going to be the big question.
Yeah. Not anything, in fact. They're committing nothing.
Yeah, they now realize the mistake they made and think that, I mean, the play they made was really cool. I agree.
It was, like I said, it was the funniest option. But it definitely wasn't actually the best option.
Yeah.
I probably think Nemesis would have been the best option. Or Naturalist, get rid of your flyer.
So the thing is, they get to recur this Mimic. That's annoying. Like, they get to pick the... Well, they could try to pick the Mimic back up. Again, they don't have the ability to, but... Okay, then this is... I'm just checking on the... Yep, everything's fine. Tasker activation. No, you can't have Savage Punch. You can have District Guide. That card's legal. And then I'm going to go...
I mean, end step activating at least one of these is correct, yeah.
We'll go with the one that costs the most. Okay.
How many lands are left in your deck? You have 10 in your hand and board. You have at least 4 in the grave?
1, 2, 3 in the grave.
3. Okay.
So 9, 3. Okay, I think I just passed still. I don't really.
You just kind of need that Rampager.
Okay.
Man, if Overrun was in this format.
Oh my god. This is a gate, right? Yeah, that's right. Does kill the other. Okay. So they can make their own Nemesis big. Sure. Do I want to try and trade Nemesis of Mortals against Nemesis of Mortals?
Probably not. At least not right now. Like, you have 20 life right now, right? Like,
yeah, but I don't want to take 10. I'm probably just going to block it with the Gearcrafter.
Okay.
Like, just something. Like, I don't want to take 10. Then they can upgrade it for free, you know?
Yeah.
What's your last card in hand? Shit. Okay. That's pretty bad.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Harpooner does instantly kill one of those L's, at least.
Yeah, that's something out of the air.
But if you can get a second one of those out of the air, then, you know, then you do have an additional path to success. Very funny to block that with the Rebel Master.
Yeah. The Rabble Masters just sort of bounce off each other here. Alright. So they can activate the other Nemesis Immortals. They have 2 10-10s. We're probably going to have to trade a 10-10 with the 10-10. Because I don't see another way out around that.
Kind of really want that Asp. Because it has that reach.
Yeah, I don't want to lose it. I could, especially like losing that big of a body. I could block on the other Nemesis Immortals like this.
Yeah, but then like the Asp does die at that point, and like that just means he'll start to die. And I guess you know what? It's a slower death, so maybe it is actually better to have happen.
The thing I'm looking at is the problem of like I don't know how we're. Like, I can't, like, we don't have enough bodies left over to be able to take a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
District Guide, known card. Failed to find skeleton. Okay.
And of course, plant.
Yeah, that's pretty
if they...
So we have 20 life still.
No. Yeah.
Our fire breather is in the grave. So we're at 4 lands remaining out of 14. Rampager is probably not enough to kill anymore because we can't connect with a body that's big enough. What are they looking in the grave? Are they delving again? Uh-oh. I don't like them delving again.
Because it'd be like Treasure Cruise, right?
Uh-oh.
Angler.
Angler.
Tassiger 2.
That lets them activate. Okay, what if we win by them not counting their own deck?
Yeah, how many cards do they have left? 3 Nemesis Immortals. Your opponent has a plan.
Oh, boy. Hold on, I gotta give them a nice. 5 cards left in deck. They still have enough activation for another Tassiger if they want to do that. Hmm. I'm pretty sure we're dead on this one, but
If you could survive one more turn, which I don't think you can, and you drew Rampager, I think the Roar would do it. Because you could reduce their, you could do enough to deal lethal damage with naturalists, probably.
well,
and
like
then
I could have
win, but
attacked for
don't
one
think
in the
you have
air,
that.
like one in the air to 5, and then 5 in the
Yeah.
air. But like right now, I need them to like miss the fact that they like. I need them to like activate Tassiger twice for no reason, right? Like that's.
The thing is that even if they activated Tassiger twice for no reason, I think they still win on board. So
no.
they could go down to 0 cards in deck.
We'll live through the attack. It's possible.
All right, well, you'll have to live through the attack with a creature still alive.
That one I'm a little less viable on. Hold on. There's the attackers are okay. So hold on. That means the blocks are you, and then Draconic Roar, the Fell Stinger. We go to 1.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then you have to draw a Rampager, and they have to not block with literally everything.
Yes.
They just need to block with like one thing. That's not going to do it. Yeah, and of course, they don't block with
There's
everything.
no world where they let that happen.
Yeah, this was a doomed situation to go off of, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Again, our only win con would be like
One would have to make multiple
they
mistakes.
Tassiger twice here. They would have to recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. Okay. Block in front of that. But yeah, because they're currently at 3 left in deck. They recognized that a while back, though. The specific turn where it was obvious they recognized it is they did not search off of the guide. They failed to find. Hoofa. Okay. I'm glad for seeing this deck, by the way, because we had almost every other deck we had seen was like.
It was basically just all heroic all the time.
Like
gates.
like heroic gates, like very aggressive stuff. And this is, look, we may have been a little bit too
Nemesis
mortal.
Immortals is a common.
We were a little bit too mortal. Slightly too mortal, I think, was our issue. If we were a little more mortal, less mortal, I think we would have been okay. But yeah, this at Comet is wild, especially like next to SAS, which is very funny. Okay, that leaves us, I think, even.
Yeah, that was 4-3. So
4-3?
Yeah, that was a 4-3.
Sweet.
You didn't do 3-3.
Hell yeah.
So you got 1,400 jumps. It's like you didn't lose anything.
Again, we got. All right, above the line. Shout outs to Experiment 1.
Yep.
The reverse of a shout out to that green heroic card in our deck that didn't do anything.
Yep.
Shout outs to Heel Cutter.
That was the problem because of
the deck we were. I know. Let's get this pack out of the way. Howdy. And, all right, let's learn some more cards in this set, shall we? So, what do we got?
Wow, 3 mythics, nice.
Would you like to play Naya?
I mean, honestly,
like,
sure.
all Naya all the time. Extort. This is Extort Bat. We got Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise.
Ooh. Elad's Pilgrim. Pretty real. There's some nice things for this. Like any pacifism, but also just like a lot of the aggressive stuff that we had seen out of opponents that were doing like heroic things.
It's not going into standard, but there is a pretty strong, you know, auras deck in standard right now. So
yeah. Ooh. Mime Slime.
Miming Slime.
It's weird to see cards that just aren't like just old cards, you know, like
yeah, these are cards that are, some of them are pretty recent.
Yeah,
like
yeah, because this is flat. This is new Capenna. It's not like it's introducing anything, but it's like, I guess because they want the 5-color, they want the 5-color blue-green thing to work, and this is like a piece for that. This is like a fake heroic card. Sphere of Safety. This one's very silly. Sure. Bonus sheet. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so on the bonus sheet we have Ash Zealot, which this is a card that like uncommon too. This is a card that was like made to be like a I'm gonna bop the Snapcaster on the head. It never like super was great at it. It's like that was a huge bit, but
it was actually pretty relevant as one of the most pumped ups, like red 2-drops as far as like amount of text and like abilities on it.
Yeah, this was
a long ass time.
This is still around the era where like Grizzly Bear.
Red still didn't get Bear around this time.
Yeah, in this era, this was still pre-Grizzly Bear, and Double Red lets you like one of the specific things about Grizzly Bear and friends are that they are
single mana cost.
Yeah. Hello.
You are.
Hello?
What are you doing here?
How'd you get here? Did you turn the wrong corner? What's going on, buddy?
Like, you can't get away from Blood Tithe Harvester. This card's everywhere.
Yeah, my God, this card whips. I mean,
it's good. But
I put this card in. I put this card in my cube along with a couple other like red ways to cycle to allow like a better use of like reanimation, and like it's just really powerful. Oh, okay, Reprisal's a bonus. Sphinx's Tutelage is a bonus. Okay, so like they are describing it as planeswalkers, but obviously it's, you know, cards.
Yeah.
You're not gonna Jesse and
Terror of Kalsisma.
Jesse and Thief. This is a pretty powerful Ophidian. The prowess on there does a lot of work. Alright. Thanks. Sure. Yeah. This is one of our weapons, god weapons from original Theros. That's a cycle that would
Kiora stole this.
Yes.
I think Kiora still owns it. She just has it.
This is a wild card. I can use it to craft anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one of my favorite stories. There's this, you know, very huge description of this battle between Kiora and Thassa. And Thassa does overpower Kiora, being a literal god, and like, you know, pins Kiora to the earth with the Biden. Is like, I have you, like you've lost, like we're done here, and she's like, yeah, we are done here. Grabs the Biden, yoinks away, like just like goodbye.
Thassa's still alive. All of the gods except for Heliod and...
No, what I want to say almost all of them are dead in the Phyrexian invasion.
I thought it was...
I thought it was like a huge amount of them. Like, well, actually, I don't know that we've gone back to Theros. Like, we have a full view of Theros post Phyrexian invasion. Because I know that there was, like... There were problems that happened on Theros in the Phyrexian invasion, like the corruption of the faith of the gods working against them. like my gut says
the
like,
only confirmed dead god is Heliod.
Okay.
Right now.
My gut was something like all but like 2 were dead. But like, you know, we haven't been back there, and I don't think we have a full view on that, so. Master Waves was
was the only one not completed, but you know, characters who were completed did recover, and by virtue of being gods, they're fueled by belief, etc., etc.
No land will suffer under my watch.
So Master Waves was a mythic. This was a powerful.
There was a full deck surrounding mono blue devotion that was really good.
Yes, because this card, like on its own, represented like a large amount of bodies that could answer, like, win a game pretty quickly.
Yep. And the pro red was actually quite relevant. So.
Yeah. Everyone did not get better from completion. That was very specifically not a thing that occurred. That happened to like that happened on screen to like 4 characters, so it looked like that was what occurred. But like most people who were completed died. Like that was just sort of a side effect of that.
Master Waves going, hey.
This Nissa.
Not the strongest
not
Nissa.
Cheap, but not very good. Like,
yeah. Very straightforward by the assemble the Legion.
This is a card that, like, does this still work as like a, I don't know, like a there's got to be like better inevitability sideboard cards that you play. Obviously in limited, this is like hilarious, but.
Yeah, but I don't think that this makes the donuts anymore.
Yeah, I'm wondering where it lives in like because my thought process would be like against a much more like controlling deck, you land this and they go like, well, that's a pain in the ass. Like that's gonna kill me pretty quickly in a little harder to answer way. Ooh.
Dragon Lord Ojutai.
Like this cycle, the specifically the second or the non-dragon liker dragons, because there's 2
the
cycles
elder
of
dragons because they
yeah.
weren't
yeah
elders
yeah they have elder on them. That's a better way to describe
yeah.
Because I was like I'm like, heck, how do I describe like this but not the other Ojutai, but like Dramoka but not Dramoka, the Dramoka, but like anyway, this was like a pretty like real cycle. A lot of them did see play and were like pretty cool cards.
I would say Atarka was the most widely played one.
Yeah,
but
Atarka was very playable. Dramoka was very playable. Ojutai was like a, because of that hexproof and like the draw on hit was a good like thing to play out in a control deck. Silumgar was strong. It's just steal a creature or planeswalker.
Yeah,
I think actually like I think it has like
Kolagon was the weakest, if I remember right. But
even then, like
it does have a very splashy, cool effect. If nothing else, she does.
I think that's like if you play a duplicate, take 10 or something like that.
If they play something with the same name, creature or planeswalker with the same name as a card in their graveyard, that player loses 10 life.
Yeah,
just straight up.
Yeah.
So you can only play things once.
Which
is
I mean,
a very interesting mechanic in Rakdos, I think.
And then, like, due to the nature of EDH as a format,
yep,
one of those, like, really cool cards that can't work in that world because it, obviously.
Yeah, because you're not playing doubles of anything unless you're playing a, like, oh
my god.
Cultists deck. You know the one. Making demons.
Compare Assemble the Legion at Urbrask's Forge. Yeah. They play the same role. One comes down earlier and
makes one thing that grows as opposed to Assemble the Legion making
wider.
A billion 1/1s.
They play at similar roles. One's cheaper, one's wider. Also one's multicolor and one's not. That's also like a consideration point on those. Anyway, yeah, there's Dragon Lord Atarka. Well, cool. I'll probably do some more of this. I'm gonna have to see. For one, I want to get like. Honestly, I'm sitting here looking at this and thinking like, can I get together like, the like aristocrats stuff. Does that work? Like, is there enough like Nantuko Husk, afterlife creatures? Like, is there enough stuff to make that work? Because like we saw Gates and we saw Heroic and we saw like Beatdown, and so that leaves a lot of room for us to still check out. I don't know. Can I play like 4 Cloudfin Raptors and then kill you? But anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks, Doc, for jumping on in. Glad to have you along for the ride.
Yeah, I was interested in what this format was like.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to catch more, you can always follow. See me live, 7 Central, weekdays. Dragon Quest 3 HD2D on Dragon Warrior Wednesday. Slay the Spire mods on Fridays. It's like that. And then, we've got all sorts of upcoming Magic sets. We had a preview for Aether Drift here that was just like showing off art and like a lot of the like kind of like, hey, here's what the setting and stuff is going to be. That was interesting. We're still a ways out for spoilers from that because that set releases in February.
And also, they announced that they renamed Kaladesh for understandable reasons with how they described it. It is Avishkar now.
Yes. Specifically on the where you put the what's the where you put the Kaladesh versus Kaladesh changes the meaning of the word, and one of those is a lot worse than the other. And
yeah, one of them is just straight up offensive. It wasn't intended to be such, and they didn't get that off of the
I like the
off their consultants, specifically because it's not in all Hindi dialects. That's just not a thing in some of them. But in the ones that they learned later on, in these ones it's what it's like. Whoops.
And I like the idea of it's a specific like revolution within the setting. But yeah, because we have Innistrad reprints in like January, Innistrad Remastered, and that's a thing that'll be like January. We also have like I'll probably do some like Vintage Cube. That's a thing. I haven't jumping over to MTGO for a while. That'll be a thing to have some fun with. But anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.